Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global TV. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Jumai Manson. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated the president-elect of the Republic of Chad, Mohamed Debe, on his election victory. Ajiri Ndlale, special advisor to the president on media and publicity, in a statement said the successful conduct of elections in Chad underlined the commitment of the government and the people to democracy and orderly transition in the region. He says the president assures President-elect Deby that Nigeria will continue to work closely with the Republic of Chad as both countries seek to enhance peace, security and shared prosperity for the mutual benefit of their people. The president also called for sustained friendly cooperation between both nations while wishing the president-elect successes as he undertakes his noble service to the people of Chad. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has announced a deadline of May 20th, 2024 for political parties to submit their candidates list for the upcoming Ondo State governorship election. Directive was issued during a crucial meeting at the INEC headquarters in Abuja convened for chairmen and senior leaders from various political parties. The Executive Secretary of the National Institute for Cultural Orientation, Biodun Ajeboye, says the federal government has created Nigerian Academy for Cultural Service, NACUS, a specialized institution to train individuals for innovative studies and the development of Nigerian culture and history. According to the Executive Secretary, the Specialized Academy will serve as the nation's citadel of cultural training. The development is pointed to the fact that Nigeria, under the present administration, has seen the need to embrace culture as its highest level. The Minister of Arts, Culture and Creative Economy confirmed that the institution shall have compasses for 4 geopolitical zones of North, South, East, and in the FCT. Chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, has urged political parties to adhere strictly to the Commission's guidelines ahead of Edo and Ondo off-cycle elections. The chairman stated this during the consultative meeting with political parties at INEC headquarters in Abuja. Michael Ediken has details.
The quarterly consultative meeting, which focuses on the off-cycle governorship elections in Edo and Ondo states, scheduled for September 21st and November 16 respectively, had representatives of the 18 political parties. Yakubu, in his address, reiterated to party leaders the need to continue to maintain law and order during the electioneering process and beyond.
As we inch closer to election day in Edo State, it is also imperative to remind political parties of the need to adhere strictly to the timeline for the upload of the list of polling and collation agents to the dedicated portal. Doing so will enable the Commission to produce and deliver the identity cards in good time for the expected 76,823 polling unit agents and 3,587 ward, local government and state collation agents.
He said the Commission has already published the final list of candidates for Edo State governorship election following the conclusion of party primaries.
The Commission has already published the final list of candidates for the Edo State governorship election following the conclusion of party primaries and the end of the period for withdrawal and substitution of candidates as provided in the timetable and schedule of activities for the election.
The chairman, Inter-Party Advisory Council, Yusuf Dantele, on behalf of the political leaders, advised the Commission to conduct free, fair, and credible elections.
Our hard-earned democracy must be sustained. It should not be allowed to derail by the activities of anti-democratic and reactionary forces. INEC, leaders of political parties, civil society organizations, security agencies, the judiciary, the press, and citizens must be firm and decisive in protecting the nation's democracy and forestall political occupants.
As elections in the two-state approach, the Commission has decided to resume the continuous voters registration in the two states to enable eligible citizens who are not registered voters to do so. This will also give an opportunity to those who registered but wish to transfer within the two states. Edikan Michael, reporting for Global TV News.
Congress NLC Joe Ajaero has again called for the reversal of hike in electricity tariff. Ajaero, who led other unionists in protest to the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission's headquarters in Abuja, said the indiscriminate increase of tariff based only on inflation indices is compounding the woes of Nigerians. Anthony Momodu now reports.
Progressive Nigeria workers.
The leaders of the unionists said Labour is out to protect Nigerians from the inimical tariff hike by Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission and called for the immediate reversal.
Next should stop increasing tariff on only 4,000 megawatts, year in, year out. Nigeria cannot develop with 4,000 megawatts. Next policy of increasing tariff is based on inflation and the value of the currency. So if NEC, with what they have done now, they have created inflation, they will still go back to increase tariff because of inflation, which they created. Can you see how people are benefiting from their own wickedness?
Ajaero said the privatization of the sector has failed completely, thus keeping the Nigerian workers and Nigerians in perpetual darkness. Deputy President Trade Union Congress Tommy Etim accused the Nigerian government and the Regulatory Commission of killing Nigerian workers with excessive taxation.
Nigerians are saying no to discriminatory power allocation. Are we saying no?
Yeah. No.
You can't give any part of the country, any part of the state, any part of the local government 20 hours and give others 1 hour. It is unacceptable. We are here to interface with NEC. If they don't know how to run the power sector, if they're ignorant of what is happening globally in power, they should seek help.
We did not vote government to power in order for them to suppress us with taxation. Sure. How will you tax a man in electricity that he never used and you are allowing him to pay for it? A lot of people have paid for prepaid meter for almost 1 year. They refuse to give. They depend so much on what they call estimated billing.
The chairman, Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, Sanusi Garba, assured the trade union leaders and their members of plans to address their concerns.
We have listened to the concern of Nigerians and will make adequate case and representation to the policy side on the issue of affordability of tariffs. We also note very clearly what Comrade Ajaero mentioned about diversification, about energy sources. The Commission has issued a number of orders on capping estimated bills by all discos, limiting how much they can bill you.
It is hoped that the trade unions picketing of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission in protest to the incessant hike in electricity tariff may lead to the reversal of the tariff hike. Anthony Momodu reporting for Global Television.
Meanwhile, members of the Nigerian Labour Congress in Plateau State and the Trade Union Congress has blocked the entrance of the headquarters of Jos Electricity Distribution Company in Jos, the state capital. The Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission offices located at the Gold and Base axis in Jos were also picketed by the union members, leaving their workers stranded. The state chairman of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Eugene Mangji, who led the union members in Jos, said that the action compiled with the directive of their national secretariat aimed at forcing the authorities to reverse the recent hike in the country's electricity tariff. National leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Students, NANS, has called for an end to the strike action by the section of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, University of Abuja branch. A statement by Lucky Ononefe, National President of National Association of Nigerian Students, urged the striking lecturers to see reasons and resume work immediately. Ononefe said it is saddening that the union always ignores the interests and the plight of Nigerian students and parents before reaching decisions. Police operatives of the Federal Capital Command have busted a car theft syndicate that specializes in stealing vehicles from Abuja and taking them to Lagos to sell. Parading the suspects before journalists at the command headquarters in Abuja, CP Igwe reassured FCT residents that the police command under his leadership will do all within his powers to prevent crimes and criminality in the territory. Kikelomo Okere has the details.
FCT Commissioner of Police Bennett Igwe disclosed that luck ran out of the gang when a victim whose car traveled to Lagos for an engagement only to see the stolen car of his friend at a car stand put up for sale. CP Igwe says police detective deployed to the scene discovered that the original chassis of the stolen car had been changed. The car was recovered and the criminal arrested.
Number one here, Anthony Chibuzo and Jonas Chukwe. That's the first and second one there. We picked them up in Lagos. When they rob car here, they will take it to Lagos. They will rob within, they will take to Lagos to go and sell. We recovered 3 cars from them. The Toyota Camry, I will show you the Audi. The Toyota Camry there has the chassis number there now is a fake one. It has gone through 4 transformations of 4 chassis numbers. How they do it, we don't know.
Some of the criminals attested to the crime which they were accused of.
This is the first time. This is the first time. This is the first time. Please, Nigerians and criminals, you please help me to investigate this matter. I am giving the police every information. I am being embarrassed for something I don't know.
Calm down now.
From Lagos State.
What were you doing when they picked you up? And what did they tell you? What was your offense? What was your offense? What did
Are you one of the Kabiru woman?
The Commissioner of Police says to get rid of criminal elements in the FCT, there is need for utmost cooperation of the residents. Igwe further reels out some of the achievements of the police between April and May 2024.
One chance people armed. They said they are one chance, but they are robbers because they are armed. These are 4 of them. Their operational vehicle, we couldn't tow it. It's parked in Maitama police station. We are determining among them, and the second group, Hamza Ibrahim. Where is Hamza? Hamza Ibrahim. Raise your hand. Mubrak Abubakar Suleiman, Lawal Mohammed, 4 of them. You can ask them. Their duty is robbery. They call themselves one chance.
Commissioner of Police FCT Bennett Igwe appeals to the residents to report any suspicious movement to the command. Kikelomo Okere, Global Television News.
You're watching Midday News coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms by using Global TV Engine and the handles now showing on your screen. When Midday News returns, federal government convenes meeting as Labour threatens indefinite protests. This and other stories coming right after this break. Do stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is Global Television bringing you live broadcasts of Midday News. Thank you for staying with us. On our foreign index, fierce fighting has been reported in Jabala in northern Gaza after the Israeli military went back into areas where it said Hamas had regrouped. Residents who fled said they had seen tanks advancing towards Jabala's refugee camp, which has come under heavy bombardment. Hamas military wing also said it was battling troops east of the camp. Meanwhile, the UN has said 36,000 people have had fled Rafah in the south since an offensive began a week ago. The Israeli military has ordered the evacuation of the eastern third of the city, which is swollen with more than 1 million Palestinians taking refuge. In business, the Comptroller General of the Nigerian Customs Service, CGC, Adewale Adeniyi, has started stated that its commencement to implementation of this recently launched pilot Authorized Economic Operation AEO program in Nigeria would be ramped up. Speaking as a panelist at the World Customs Organization conference, Adeniyi said the Authorized Economic Operator AEO was designed to contribute to the border objectives of the VWCO in promoting border security and fostering sustainable economic development globally. The federal government may need to raise a supplementary budget to accommodate the proposed minimum wage increase for workers. This is because the negotiated amount may surpass the budgeted amount in the original 2024 budget. The authorities noted that a supplementary budget may be needed to accommodate the outcome of the ongoing wage structure negotiations, which may exceed what they had included in the 2024 budget. It also noted that the government might need to raise the domestic and external borrowing ceiling to prevent fresh borrowing from the Apex Bank's Ways and Means. The federal government will next week hold a crucial meeting to address the demands by organized labor for the restoration of the power subsidy and the reversal of the hike in electricity tariff. The spokesperson, Ministry of Power, Florence Eke, disclosed this hours after the labor unions disrupted activities at the ministry in Abuja. However, organized labor has threatened to continue with the protest indefinitely, stressing that it might take drastic action should the government fail to reverse the tariff hike. The federal government said a new wage system based on employees' productivity is underway in the civil service. The government said with the system, workers on the same level could earn different salaries. The government said the formation of an innovative wage system was being considered because it realized that productivity was a key factor in the growth of the country's economy. Director General of the National Productivity Center, Nasir Raji Mustafa, disclosed this during a meeting with labor correspondents. The naira depreciated to 1,520 naira per dollar in the parallel market from 1,470 naira per dollar. Similarly, the naira depreciated in the Nigerian foreign exchange market, NFM, to 1,478.11 per dollar. Data from FMDQ showed that the indicative exchange rate of NFM rose to 1,478.11 naira per dollar from 1,466.31 naira per dollar, indicating 11.8 depreciation of the naira. The Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, has taken action against black marketers who engage in illegal activities amid the recent scarcity of petroleum products, PMS, in Nigeria. In a recent operation, the NMDPRA seized 6,000 liters of PMS from black marketers who had constructed hood tanks in their vehicles to buy PMS at NNPC mega stations. Dr. Bashiru Kufur, the controller of the NNDPRA in Adamawa State, stressed that their mission was to ensure the availability of PMS. He said they had sent over 15 trucks of the products to various fuel stations in the metropolis on Friday alone. In response to the scarcity of PMS, many privately owned stations in Adamawa State have been converted to NNPC mega stations with the aim of selling PMS at the approved price of 630 naira per litre to motorists. Super Eagles head coach Finidi George has declared his immediate target is to qualify Nigeria for the 2026 World Cup slated for Canada, Mexico, and U.S. He made a declaration after he was officially unveiled to the press as the new head coach of the Nigerian senior men national team by the Minister of Sports Development, John Eno, and President of Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gassau, at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. Ceylon Sports head coach of Refined Nuggets Football Academy, Rafael Nemba, has highlighted the importance of hunting young and building talents as well as the skill to set of children as a catalyst for successful football professional career. Anthony Momodu has details.
A grassroots football academy which aims at grooming children from ages 4 to 12 years to become professionals in the nation's capital says professionalism is achieved from the basics. Coach Rafu Namba says the recipe for a successful career for any aspiring footballer or sport athlete is to begin in the academy in order to imbibe the fundamentals of any sports.
The plans for the future is for us to keep on grooming the grassroots players, nurturing them, and not just nurturing them, making sure that we train them in the right direction.
Well, training kids is very important. You know, it makes the children look very, very, official. And the academy is good for kids, for them to grow with it and have discipline.
In an interview, some parents said sports investment is key in development of the skill set and potentials of children, while other parents called on parents to encourage their children's dream in any sporting endeavor, as success in sports brings wealth and development to the family.
There are a lot of kids who are extremely talented, especially underprivileged kids who don't even have the opportunity to play football at this level. But I think the government and also generally in Nigeria, there's need for more support to get all kids playing and all kids fit.
So I always encourage the kids to put in more hard work, because you can't be successful without putting that hard work into whatever you are doing.
If your child is passionate for football, just do all you can to support that child. You don't know, it's not all about education today, skills are very important. So the little you can do to develop that skill and that interest would help the child go a long way.
The youngsters acknowledge that wearing their favorite jerseys and numbers is a motivation to play well, as others believe joining academies at a young age will make their dreams of playing for Nigeria and their favorite clubs come true.
Football has been a dream of mine for very, very long, and hopefully I can make it to big teams like Arsenal and, of course, Nigerian national team. You build on your stamina, your skills, and it's very important for children because it will help them become professional.
I feel so free in this jersey. I feel so powerful. I feel great. And when I play for Nigeria, I will love it, because then I will look back and then know that my coach, I was wearing this jersey just a few years ago.
And as I also play here, it's like it gives us more.
And that's it on Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. Remember, we're on Star Times channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms by using a Global TV NG and the handles now showing on your screen. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching. See you again. Good afternoon.